Good morning, artists. Mrs. Langless here, coming at you with a new remote art project today. And today we are going to learn all about how to make rainbows. Now, I don't know about you, but this warmer weather and beautiful sunshine has really made me get excited about spring and summertime. And one of the things you start to see a lot during those times of year is a rainbow. A rainbow is an arc of color in the sky that can be seen when the sun shines through falling rain. The pattern of colors starts with red, moves to orange, to yellow, green, blue, blue-violet or indigo, and violet. And it really is just a gorgeous combination of colors. And today we are going to learn all about how to make the shape of a rainbow and also get those colors in the right order so that they look like a true rainbow. Now, one of the ways that you can keep yourself on track with that is a really funny word. It's called Roy G. Biv. Kind of sounds like a person's name, doesn't it? Each of these letters is one of the colors in the rainbow. I'm going to show you more about that in just a second. So here's a picture of what we're going to be working toward today. Eventually, we will be painting that, but we're going to talk about that next week. So here's what you will need today. You will need a piece of the thick white paper that I gave you in your portfolios at the beginning of the year. This is really good for painting on. The other thing that you will need are the crayons for the rainbow. So let's take a look back. Here is another example. This is what it will look like when it's all finished, minus the words here. So once you have your white piece of paper, what I'd like you to do is to collect the colors that you're going to need. So make sure that you find a red. So you'll notice R is for red. Then make sure that you find an orange. And sometimes you have to actually test the crayons to know that they're the right color. So for example, sometimes, let's see. Sometimes red is a little tricky, and I want to show you, for example, okay? So here is one that looks red, right? You'd pick it up and think it was red, but when you use it, it's actually red-violet, which means it's a little bit more pinkish. Now, this one actually is the true red, and it says it right on it right here. So what I'm going to do is then use it. See the difference between those two colors? So you may want to test your crayons on the back of your paper first to make sure that you have the correct color, okay? All right, so I'm going to get rid of my red violet, even though it's such a beautiful color, and I'm going to flip my paper back over. All right, so you will need to collect your crayons, as I was saying. Here I have a red. Let's see if I can get it to balance here. Maybe, there we go. Now I have an orange. So O is for orange. I have Y, yellow. So this is that Roy G. Biv again that's helping me. And then I have a green and a blue. Now, right here is indigo. Now, indigo is a really interesting, beautiful color. So indigo is also known as blue-violet, which means it's a really dark blue. Another word that it's known for is navy blue. So again, think dark blue. This particular crayon set that I had actually has a blue-violet right in it, so I know that that is indigo, same color. And then we have violet. Now remember, violet and purple, I've got those mixed up. Violet and purple are the same exact color, just a different word. And it just happess to be Mrs. Langless's favorite color too. All right, so let's get started. Now that I've got all the crayons I'm going to need, I'm going to start with my first curving line. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to move this to the side, and I am going to grab my red. And again, I've already checked it to make sure that it's a red. And I'm just going to make a curve starting at the bottom of my paper and then going over to the other side. So again, it really does look like a giant U if you look at it. One big curve. Then we are going to take our crayon and we're actually going to make another curve right on the inside of that. What do you think we're going to do next? See if you can make a prediction. If you said that we're going to color it in, you'd be right. So we are going to just color in, filling up most of the white here so we can have a nice, beautiful beginning to our rainbow. Back and forth, back and forth. See if you can color in all the same direction. That makes your colors look really smooth and beautiful and helps you to get rid of all the white. Keep on going all the way to the bottom of my paper here. Now make sure you make your first arc big enough so you can fit all those beautiful colors because we've got quite a few to go. Next, after the R is an O in Roy G. Biv. Okay, maybe I can put it right here so we can look at that. So now we've got an orange. So the next thing I'm going to do is make a curve with my orange. Now this time I don't have to make two curves because the edge of my red is actually showing me where I need to color. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and color that in. Color, color, color. Red, orange. There we are. Now, next. Y. Y stands for yellow. So here comes our yellow. Curve. All right. And I'm going to color in. So we're really doing the same thing over and over again, just with different colors. All right, next is G. G. What would that color be? It's a green. Nice big curve or upside down U, depending on how you want to look at it. Color, color, color. And it's okay if your colors overlap a little bit. All right, now, our next color starts with a B. What color do you think it is? If you said blue, you would be right. Curve and color. Now the cool thing is, as we get further along in our rainbow here, the colors, we don't have to color so much because it actually gets, the shape we're coloring gets smaller. Do you notice that? Big red, and then by the time we get to blue, we're kind of little. All right, next, we are going to do a blue violet or an indigo. So what I like to do is I like to look at my crayon. Now this one says, oh boy, I don't have my glasses on. Oh, there it is, violet. I just had it backwards. And this one is, if I look at it, blue violet. That's the one you want, blue violet or indigo. Again, it's just a really dark blue, kind of purpley. It's a mixture of blue and violet together. Now, to me, this blue violet looks more violet than it does blue, to be honest with you. Sometimes they look a little bit darker. So if you look at my last example, okay, so this is blue. You can see how this is blue violet or indigo, and then this is purple. This one looks very purpley to me, but that's okay, because wait until you see purple. It's going to be different. I'm going to do my last one, V for violet, and it's just a little guy here. And then I'm going to finish coloring it in. Excuse me. Now, there is my rainbow. And we're finished. So this is where we're going to leave it for today. Next week, we're going to do some painting with some blue watercolor to create our sky. So stay tuned for that video. Great job with your rainbow, everyone. Remember, Roy G. Biv helps you to remember those colors in order: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. All right, everyone, make sure you take a photo and share your artwork back with me. I hope you have fun making your rainbow. Have a great week.